the results are not there. I'm pretty sure they're also not satisfied with how they're playing right now.
No.
But, they can play better for sure.
No, they definitely can. And as you say, just if they lose the series here and are going to be relegated to Division 2 next season, it is going to feel very bad for Nigma. And that very well could happen. You have a team like OG Seed who, if anything, you can really sort of feel the effort and work that OG Seed has been putting in. They're obviously the squad that OG as an organisation have taken under their wing, given them the facilities to be able to succeed and really focus on improvement. And this is going to be a tough match for Nigma in a best of one. Seed they're not going to be pulling any punches. They're going to be going for the full blow.
They definitely are. I love this opening from Nigma. You have a team fighting position 5, who is a great laner. You have Tusk, one of my favorite position 4s right now. I think this hero is very undervalued. He can do so much. Like, he checks all the boxes. You have a good lane. You can gank, you can make stuff happen. You have a save with the snowball. You have a BKB piercing ability that stops a TP. So you literally have everything.
On Seed's response, it's going to be the Abbott. Oh, quick 4th pick from Nigma there. Instant Weaver to come into play. I mean, obviously some nice little combos here. The Weaver Lich, you now have 2 cores that are going to be excellent at getting into the front lines and playing with that Frost Shield. And I mean, same to be said with Seed, with the way that things are going to work out with the Inkswell from Grimstroke, dropping it on a Void Spirit or an Abaddon, these heroes that are going to be in the right in the center of the action. Well, we can already feel that for these drafts, we're going to see a lot of fighting, right? Both these teams are going to be very much ready to go as soon as the laning stage comes to an end. I mean, if anything, before the laning stage comes to an end, a lot of very mobile heroes that can make early moves around the map.
Yeah, and they're not relying on any cooldowns. Like, Lich is the longest cooldown. You have a Abaddon ulti, but you can still, keep fighting all the time. I think we're going to shift towards that, where you have heroes who don't rely on long cooldowns. Otherwise, they're just going to be able to play around the timings. And this is a good ban. Like, Faceless Void, they would have a great setup for Ancient Apparition ulti. And so far, it's a free Weaver game. Like, they don't have any counters, like Grimstroke Silence.
No, that's true.
You still kill the Phantom in a second.
Yeah,
Void Spirit
with
just Remnant, it's not enough.
Yeah, they've still got this final pick, and I mean, imagine looking at the hero so far. I guess they've saved their carry for the last pickup, but guess what? Seed do play the Void Spirit in the mid, and this Abaddon is going to be off lane, right? And you're still looking for that hard carry for Seed?
You can either do that, but there are very few carries that have like a built-in stun or any kind of silence that can catch Weaver. They could put Abaddon as position 1 and just get an off-laner with the low cooldown stun.
I mean, I feel like, as much as I don't really like Abba in the safe lane, I feel like it wouldn't be that bad, if you make it so you can have like a nuker or someone with some solid control like thrown into the draft. Because obviously Nigma don't think that's, or they're at least trying to play to the fact that won't happen, as you say, getting this Weaver into a situation that seems to be pretty good for the little bug.
They have no real lockdown for Weaver nor Ember Spirit. Like, you can't just rely. That's the downside of AA as a hero. Yeah. Like, if you open up with these 2 supports, Grimstroke, all right, Soulbind, he's fine. And now you even have to care about Ursa, who plays extremely fast, shuts down Abaddon in the laning stage. And I'm going to say I don't see a hero that OG Seed could pick to like fulfill this draft.
Do they play Meepo?
They do, yes. Chessy plays Meepo.
Is it not a good
Meepo game? It is.
It's a good Meepo game, isn't it?
It is, definitely is. Against Weaver, against Ember Spirit, these 2 heroes very vulnerable to being ensnared.
They're going to go for the carry, though. They're going to get Madara's Morphling. What do you think about that? I mean, you've got a lot of burst there, but still it doesn't really offer anything in terms of control. It is a lot of nuke, though, right? This Weaver, if he gets caught out, he's under a vortex. The combo of the Morphling into an Ice Blast. This Weaver will die pretty quickly. But as you looking at the end of this draft, you're still just overall a little worried for the control that Seed's going to have to deal with Nigma's slippery heroes.
Yes, and there's no way to like itemize against that. like Abaddon doesn't buy. He's buying, you know, team fighting items. The only one who can build those is like Void Spirit. He might need to be forced to get Orchid this game. I'm more of a Yule Scepter fan, I would say, where you have a save for yourself, set up for your Remnant. But it's a good Morphling game. Like, he can turn into either Weaver or Ursa, get those spells, cut in the back lines, deal with Lich. Like, Overpower is extremely good on Morph. Like, you use it, go back to Morph, extra attack speed. Like, it's the same principle as when you're playing against Gyro.
Yeah. Elements of the hero that's going to work quite nicely as the Morph. And looking at some of the lane setups we're going to get, I mean, so the Weaver, obviously, that we saw. Did you sort of expect that to be Mind Control playing it on the offlane rather than it being a carry Weaver? Did you kind of prefer the Weaver in the offlane position?
I mean, Weaver can be played at multiple positions. Mm-hmm. I shift towards position 3 or position 4, where you get like an Earned Spirit Vessel and then get Ags, or you can just get straight up Ags. There's no real burst damage on their side before Morphling gets a shotgun. So that Aghanim Scepter is going to be very easy to use on Weaver.
Yeah, there's going to be a lot of nice saves you can make if that's the way that he wants to go with his itemization. Here we go, let's see what happens here. Best of 1 between Nigma and OGC, fighting to hold on to stay up in Division 1 in the next season of the Pushka League, as this first one starts to come to an end, at least for these two teams not being able to make it past the groups. Let's see what sort of matchups we get in the lane. And in advance, apologies. It will be my observing today, ladies and gentlemen, so do hold on and get your T-Tours ready. I'll try my best, and Lacoste, do be sure to scream at me if there's a first blood going somewhere.
Yeah, I'll be, helping you out. So Ursa will be laning on the bottom against Abaddon, Orb of Venom already, 6 tangos, a healing salve. He's ready, to trade some hits against the Abba, and they will put Ember Spirit on the mid lane against the Void Spirit. This is, I would say, 50-50 matchup. Maybe a bit favored for Void Spirit. All right, they're swapping things on the side of OGC. Actually. They're putting a Morph mid.
All right, because Morph has a great time against the Ember, right? So it's a free lane. You should never die in this matchup. You're able to stay shifted entirely into Agi, so you should have easy CS. So I guess, this is setting up Madara's game to be even better, right? Because now he's going to get the potential of a solo lane experience.
Yeah, Morphling is really scary if you give him solo time. These abilities are extremely good. Bottom lane, I'm helping you out, Owen.
I'm on it already. Let's see if they can get Weeha. He's been caught by the cold feet. He'll go down. First blood to Zibe. Zibe goes down in response, but they'll certainly take that one, Seed. Being able to secure first blood onto Weeha. And interested to see, of course, with the lane setup, Weeha is playing that Ursa on that safe lane. And we are seeing Miracle back to the mid on his Ember Spirit this game.
That's what we wanted to see. Miracle on a playmaking core, being on a mid lane. The problem in this lane, like Morphling doesn't have an ability to remove the Flame Guard, so Miracle will always have that, deal some extra damage to the creeps, harassment. Seems like they're just keeping this tri-lane for OGC, and look at the way they itemized. Seafreak bought Buckler, Ring of Protection on Abaddon, so he has a lot of armor against Ursa.
Does. Yeah, this is not something that we are going to be able to trade successfully into on the early levels. There's a powerful tri-lane that Nigma are going to try and do their best to match. As you see, Weeha, every time he steps up for a CS, that's over half his HP gone. OGC ready to play full aggro onto the Ursa. And Nigma, they're actually going to take GH away from it. GH is going to head top. They're going to leave this just as a duo, so Weeha is definitely going to feel the heat down here with OGC keeping the tri-lane aggressive onto him.
That's one way to force enemy support if they just want to keep the tri-lane. You TP top, put some pressure on their safe laner who's alone, and then the support is going to come, and now AA is forced to TP.
So Jesse, is he going to go down here? He is. No spell to pop. He's already used both of them, and nothing that Pexi can do to save him. So, smart move from Nigma to change the laning situation and find a kill onto Chessie. And as you say, this will make things a little bit easier for WeHa now. Only have to deal with 2 heroes down on the bottom lane.
There's a snag in your plans.
There is a ton of kill potential on the bottom lane. They are level 2. Keep hitting him. One more hit will secure the kill.
Ooh.
Oh, he used the flask, alright, to keep himself alive.
It did save him. And Kuro might just find Z-Freak here. A few more right clicks will do it. See if he can get it. Apologies up top. There was action as well. They're able to get in onto Pexu's AA. We're watching this sort of Kuro versus Z-Freak chase that Kuro is being very persistent on. Doesn't have vision yet for the blast. Z-Freak trying to keep to the shadows. See if Kuro can find him. He's tangoing up Z-Freak. He's looking for that blast. He will find the blast if he wants to drop it. He'll need a few right clicks.
The button, but didn't click it. He just needs to leave him alone. This is the problem.
He had vision there. I guess he didn't. I guess he was out of range. Oh, and
that's why I said, uh-oh, when he used the flask. Like, he should have died there. He had 50% mana, no HP, was low, you know, on region, only had a couple of tangos left. And now you stay in the lane, you didn't get any CS, and after that you just straight up die. So it's better to die straight away.
Yeah, no, of course, just whilst Kuro was been on a wild goose chase, chasing Z-Freak, he left WeHa unattended. And ends up in, losing the bear. Mid lane, we're seeing, as expected, Madara have the lead against the Ember. 15-7 against Miracle's 12-2. It's Miracle trying to do his best to get aggressive, but there's only so much you can do as Madara can just keep it shifted high into the Agi and trade back. Those punches do hurt.
Now Miracle's getting so much out of this lane. I think usually the matchup is not that great, but he really knows the limits of the hero. Like, you can see where he's dragging his creep wave, always harassing him with the flame guard. Morphling is like half range, half melee hero. Only 350 attack range, not the greatest. Region Rune top.
Well, that'd be juicy for either of these two mids. Madara's going to go grab it, but Miracle will be able to instantly take it off.
Value. That's 0.03 seconds of regeneration.
It's those little things that can help turn the tides in mid. 0.3 seconds in Dota 2 is a long time.
AA is in trouble. AA is dead.
He is, by the looks of it, or is he? Cold Feet's going to kick in onto GH. GH is going to be frozen, taking hits from the tower. And Pexu, he's not going to fall. GH has got the Fairy Fire to keep himself alive. Chessie trying to chase, but no further mana or spell to commit onto the Tusk. Nobody to go down.
That's what we're going to call him if he keeps chasing them. It was a very nice Remnant setup where he pulled Weaver into the tower and they had no creeps, so one of the heroes had to tank it. One of the reasons why they backed off. Bounty Rune spawning, mind control, playing very aggressive.
Oh, there he is. He's going to get hit by the Cold Feet proc, not being able to get out of range of it. They're trying to kill off Pexu. They do get the trade. Chessie's going to try and head back over, focusing the Bounty Rune. GH is going to be able to trap him out with these shards, looking for the body blocks. GH will be able to secure that one and grab it for Team Nigma. So close start. I mean, we're 5 minutes in. There's only less than 1,000 gold in it. CS across the board is a little better for OGC. They're getting certainly the more denies, so we'll see a bit of an XP advantage for Seed off these lanes.
Once again, they left Ursa alone on the bottom lane, which means that he's not going to be able to get that much farm. He might actually die. That's the Inkswell combo plus the slow. Vika's dead.
It's a painful lane down here. He was able to get a little CS, but you're right, he's been knocked back to the base 3 times now on this safe lane. It's the top lane. Nigma trying to get aggressive onto OGC safe lane, but Chessie, he's a much harder hero to catch. And in fact, he's just going to look to turn. Comes in with a Remnant onto GH. GH will be able to walk, move forward from mind control. He went in onto Pexu. I'm trying to watch it. I didn't see it. You'll have to give us a summary of what happened, Lacoste.
One of the reasons why. We had died, Kuro was missing from the lane, ganking the mid. Like, Morphling played a bit too aggressive, was not expecting Glitch to come. He had no vision. And, you know, misused his waveform.
Oh, that's a pretty big kill. I mean, as you say, you know, I would have sort of expect the Morph to come out on top, but Miracle's found a lot from this lane. And
you picked Ursa to counter this Abaddon in the laning stage. You're not laning with Lich, which means you're going to be losing that lane. And now Abaddon, like, he died twice, but he's gonna hit level 6 pretty soon. Oh, one more Frost Nova.
I mean, we are just getting overly aggressive there. Chessie comes in with a perfect TP rotation and shuts down the both of them. I mean, this lane down bottom is getting messy. There's 4 deaths in a row now on the Ursa. It's going to, and you know, this is not the sort of hero that's you can sort of pick your game back up that easily. He's going to need his teammates to make a lot of moves. Miracle, he's sort of the power that they have right now. 7.5 minutes in, he's level 7. He's had a very good laning stage up top. Peksu's going to be able to TP out before Mind Control can find him behind the tower. We'll see where We Are heads now. He's going to TP up top. Decides that this is potentially the safer area, but Zibe is going to be moving up here as well, and as you say, level 6 is going to be hit off the next creep, so the Abaddon will mimic the movements of the Ursa.
Yeah, Abaddon does not give a damn anymore. Like, he has a point in ulti, which he's saving right now. Ursa, only one tango to work with, so Abaddon is very happy to trade against the Ursa.
There We Are. He's going to try and trade in again, but Zibe is going to turn. A Photic Shield will proc. I mean, for sure, Zibe is going to know.
Zibe needs to be careful. Like, 2 hits and he's going to die. That's 9 Fury Swipe charges.
I mean, Zibe's just going to run him down. Yeah, We Are's got to get out of it. That's it for him in regen. He's down to his last mango. I mean, we'll see how much he could still really play the lane. He's still hanging around here. I mean, he's dead. He's just dead. Miracle is going to come in.
What's happening? He's going to get silenced. Miracle's going to get silenced.
I mean, he's got the flame gun, but Zibe is bringing Miracle low. Zibe will fall, so Miracle is at least able to take down Zibe in response. But this game, it's not getting any better for We Are. He is struggling big time. Bottom lane.
5 nets, 9 minutes in.
See if they can get the move on to Chessie. Chessie is going to get cut down. Miracle cleans up with the double kill. Turns over towards Peksu.
Make it a triple.
All right, Miracle wants to win this game. He's doing his best right here. 4 kills now. He is the power that they've got to get behind. We see on the net worth top spot for the mid-ember.
Look at this build on Ember Spirit. It's been a while since I saw someone maxing out the Flame Guard. Like, he knows they don't have enough magical damage. One more hit, it's gonna be a silence.
Oh, there it is. Miracle, he's still got the Flame Guard protecting him from any further magical damage. They'll turn over towards Kuro with the cold feet and the chilly fingers. Peksu bringing him low. Won't quite be able to finish it, but they're diving here behind the tower, OGC. They've found Kuro. They're still on top of Miracle. Miracle will fall. GH comes in with the snowball, but it's far too late. They've lost 2 in the mid lane. They're going to lose GH here as well, as the silence will hit. Double kill for Zibe. As this man makes the moves, We Are and Mind Control have turned up. See if they can bring down the kills in return. They will get one. They'll get Madara. Can they get Zibe? A nice remnant comes out from Chessie to give cover to Zibe to continue to escape. But Mind Control, he can chase. Double kill for the Weaver. Nigma will be able to punish OGC for that aggression behind their tier 1.
Yeah, during the draft, we talked about how we're going to see a lot of actions that are really not relying on any cooldown, so they can keep fighting all the time.
Well, We Are.
So far, they delivered.
We Are's decided to stick around. He has got the backup of Miracle, but the Remnant is going to catch We Are. There's still an Astral Step and a Dissimulate available. He's going to be able to burst him down. Chessie gets the kill. But Miracle at the same time will be able to play his way to the backlines, get on top of Peksu. See if they can find Chessie, then pull him in. Chessie's still got the Resonant Pulse, but it won't save him from the magical burst. Madara zips over, takes out Kuro. At the same time, Mind Control also
going on?
able to find Siegfried. It's the cameraman's nightmare, Lacoste. I don't know where to look. Everybody's feeding.
I don't have a logical explanation, but someone definitely hacked Wee's account. 6 deaths, 11 minutes in.
It's getting rough. But this, you know, overall, it's 40-13. It is a 2k lead for Seed. They do have all their 3 cores ahead. We are, at the moment, struggling to be that much more than a support.
I'm wondering what kind of item build Mind Control is going to go, since your Ursa is really not having a great time.
I mean, he's saving up the money. He's definitely doing the calculations, Mind Control, deciding what he needs. Bottom lane, OGC will be able to claim a tier 1 tower. Build-wise for them, Zibe going for the Vlads. Chessie is going to go straight for that Agonist build. So not necessarily the Orchid, but sort of a similar line of thinking, as you say. Just getting us some sort of control online as soon as you can.
Yeah, that's a much better choice than what I suggested. Somehow I forgot about Aghanim Scepter. It's one of the better ones in the game, I would say. Oh! Miracle tried to snipe it with the Sleight of Fist, bottle it up, but didn't make it.
See up top, Mind Control and GH, they're looking towards Zibet. They're going to bring in Weehar as well for this one. They are going to have to fight through the borrowed time though. He's got the ult at the ready. See if any TP backup comes in. Peksu's on the way. Zibet's able to get the Aphotic Shield on Nigma. The three of them, they're diving deep. Peksu is going to turn towards Mind Control. Mind Control's able to time-lapse. Weehar's still wanting to find kills. He's going in aggressive. Looking for Peksu behind the tree line. Miracle will come forward with the Remnant. They'll get Peksu, but they're very, very deep for this. This is giving time for OGC to TP in. Miracle and Weehar, they've got to get out. Miracle's going to be able to TP, but he's left Weehar alone. As Weehar is hiding. He has got the ult. I don't know if he gets out of this. I think we are about to witness the bear go down once more, as he's trapped in by the three of them.
I believe Miracle left him because he stole a kill there. Like, buddy, you're on your own right now. It's the first kill for Ursa in this game.
I mean, that's something, right? You know, a 1-7 KDA is better than a 0-6 if you do the ratios. GH. Oh. Chainfrost is out from Kuro, but it's not going to bounce yet. Chessie's able to separate himself far enough. Kuro has got the one charges. He is going to turn, pull back Chessie. Chessie getting very low. Another Astral step up to the high ground. Weehar wants to chase. Weehar is going to get it. He's going to be able to get himself the second kill this game. The comeback begins for the bear.
There's a snag in your plans.
That's a big kill to get. Chessie starting to have a lot of freedom on the map. This game is getting chaotic. It's getting crazy. It's 16 to 16, 13 minutes in. Mind Control takes himself a courier. Zibe was able to make the delivery before it went down, though. Vlad has been picked up on the Abaddon. TP over from GH. They're going to try and play on a Zibe again. Zibe immediately pops the borrowed time, starts to hit towards GH. Back in the river, Miracle and Weehar, they're going for Madara, but they've been soul-bound together. The cold feet, the silence on the two of them. Weehar pops the enrage and will be able to get back up to the high ground. Chessie, he wants to chase though, playing aggressive with the dissimulate, turns back, chains out onto the two of them. Miracle catches both Peksu and Chessie. Another cold feet onto Miracle. Miracle's got to keep his distance, and he will. Won't be able to chase on any further. Madara shifts back into the Agi and will continue to lifesteal back up. They're all in on the mid. Another jump forward from Weehar. They're looking to Chessie. Chessie out with the Astral Step. Miracle able to come in with the slight change. GH comes in with the wraparound. Snowball forward. Chessie, he's got to dissimulate. Jumps out. Weehar chases. Moving in with the Earthshock. They'll get the kill onto Chessie
They need
again.
Abaddon. They really need to play around Abaddon. Nah, that Remnant is gonna get him.
All right.
Abaddon is their protection. He has level 4 Aphotic Shield, also silence against some of these heroes. Abaddon deals serious amount of damage at the moment. Phase Boots, Windlace, very speedy Broom Handle on top of that.
Yeah, just full brawler this game so far, and you know, Nigma have been able to close that lead that OGC were getting off the lanes. You know, Weehar able to find involvement in a few kills now. Starting to pick his game back up. He's going to go for the Vlads on the Ursa. Miracle's on the hunt. See what he can get here. Madara. Still a tricky kill, at least until the Spirit Vessel is done on Miracle. And is it what he is going for? He's still about a recipe away from it. TP's come in. See if Chessie wants to try and lead in. He's got the two charges, a step ready to close the gap. And he goes over towards Kuro. They'll look for the easy pick off onto the lid. Set up into the cold feet proc. Kuro will be left behind. Madara waveforms forward, ready to chase for more. Turning into the Ember Spirit to use the chains against him. Miracle will be able to dodge the Ice Blast. Quick jump out with the Remnant. Miracle should be able to escape. Zibe is trying to stay on top of GH, but he's back under the tower. He won't chase any further. All whilst this goes on, Mind Control continuing to get a lot of space down bottom and saving up the money. 2,300 gold. I mean, what is he considering here? Would you still like to see him sort of go for an Axe early himself, or do you think Mind Control can go for a more sort of carry item?
If Ursa is going for Vlad's, I believe that Mind Control is like deciding maybe I need to buy like an item that's gonna scale in the late game. I can still switch back to Ags at one point.
Oh, and in the river. Chainfrost is out there, able to turn on the Zibe. Miracle's ready up for more. He's got the slight change ready to go in a second. Chessie jumps into the river. They find GH, but now they're deep. Ice Blast will come crashing across Weehar. Weehar's going to tick down. Double kill for Madara. The Morphling starting to clean up here. Up to the high ground he goes. Miracle backs off. Has got the stick charges. Will turn. Mind Control already looking for the backlines. Makes his move straight towards Peksu. But with that nuke, indeed, this Morph just continue to get kill after kill. Miracle's trying to bring him down, but they're not going to have enough damage. Madara is fine, and now with the X-Swell, Madara moves forward. He's looking for Miracle. Miracle will be able to dodge the stun there with the Sleight of Fist. TP's come in. Madara's got to start cooling it down. Waveforms out with the three of them here. Madara's got to be careful. The shards from GH, they're on point. They trap him in. An Aphotic Shield from Zibe will keep Madara safe, and he's got a lot of strength morphed into to work with. The Sleight of Fist, not enough to cut down the morph. He will survive, and whilst this was happening, Zibe was trying to stay on top of Miracle, but he couldn't do so. Remnant prepared for the TP back as Miracle looks to return to base and to heal back up. Weeha is trying to commit onto Chessie, but Chessie, he's out with it to simulate. A huge Ice Blast comes crashing down onto the two of them. Weeha still on the retreat. He will manage to make it away before he's brought down under the Ice Blast threshold. Madara is fighting all four of them in the river. Zibe, he's got shield back up. Madara will be able to waveform away, but Weeha does manage to return to the fight, take down Chessie. And now Nigma, they can maybe even try and hunt for more behind this tower. Miracle, he's got the chains up in 5 seconds. Zibe at the front. Borrow time is prepared. Nigma, can they get this grab? GH starting to toy with Zibe a little bit.
Oh, Region Rune for mind control. He's gonna get sniped. No,
he's fine. He's out of the blast in time, but that was an incredibly close call. Pexu nearly able to find mind control as he stepped forward for that rune.
That's why I said that they need to bring this to bat, and you can see how much work he's doing, keeping Morphling alive. Morphling just standing his ground, hitting people, and mind control. He decided to go for Maelstrom build, which I think it's a better choice here. Like, you can still fall back to Aghanims, your Ursa.
Yeah.
Have Vlad's can connect, so they know they're in the Roche pit. AA ulti ready in a couple of seconds.
Yeah, that AA ulti is going to be very scary if Pexu's able to get it off. Weeha's trying to commit for the Roche, but he's being bashed up. The Ice Blast comes in. Roshan will fall to the tire, and Madara is able to get the Aegis. Both benefits going to OG Seed. Madara will lose the Aegis immediately, but he's ready to turn, get kills. Weeha will fall alongside GH. Miracle is also dead. Mind Control trying his best to retreat with the Shikuchi as OG Seed, they get pretty much everything there from the pit. Sure, the Aegis is instantly taken away, but they're able to deny that incredibly important objective from the Ursa lineup. They take it themselves.
And this is gonna give him more fling, more gold. He's so close to getting Mantis style. Once he gets that, he can get out of the chains. Spirit Vessel charge, he doesn't need to care about that one. They also have ways of dispelling it with Abaddon, so Abaddon should only like keep playing with the Morphling. M-Claw, Ring of Aquila being dropped. Ring of Aquila for Morph, of course he's gonna take that one.
Top lane. Mind Control. Is he gonna live here? Yeah, he should be
Do
fine.
the Matt Owen. I believe he's not.
Nah, he's good. He's good. He's got the time lapse there. Able to get him back up to make sure that he doesn't fall too low on the HP. Down bottom. Another outpost fight continues as GH rolls in with the ball onto Madara, but Madara is able to turn. He's fine. He's a very hard hero to bring down. That Manta style has now been delivered, as you say, with this. Having that Dispel, he's even more slippery than before. He turns into the Ember, pops the Flame Guard, ready to use it against Miracle. Goes in with the Waveform. They've taken down Weeha. Miracle will be able to dodge the Ice Blast with the Sleight of Fist, but he's still falling so low, using all remnants to break himself away from Pexu and Z-Freak. See if Mind Control and Kuro and GH can keep him safe enough. Chessie, he's going to have Astral step up in a second. Slight chains out onto the AA. Pexu will go down. You can from Z-Freak, has the setup. Chessie's in, be able to pull back Weaver. Looking to try and bring down GH first. At the same time, Madara, he's fighting both Kuro and Miracle on the high ground. He actually dies though. Miracle will be able to get him. The Spirit Vessel coming into play.
Weaver.
See one more they can get here as both teams. Looks like they'll calm it down. Miracle may try and find a change grab. They'll get the tower deny on mid. OG Seed, Mind Control, heading in, ready to use this DT to his advantage.
I want to see next set of items, and then OG takes a fight. Abaddon has 2,000 gold, Void Spirit just 1,000 gold off from Aghanim Scepter. That's a game-changing one.
Yep.
Like, they don't have any ways of dispelling the silence. So if they fully commit with those 2 charges of 2 seconds silence, they should be able to get a kill, and their heroes are very good at getting in and out.
Straight back on the map, we are. Let's be a little careful up here. Z-Freak and Zibe in the neighborhood. Battle Halberd getting closer and closer to completion for Zibe's Abaddon. And we are just going to play aggressive onto him. Jumps in onto the Abaddon. Ice Shards won't catch him. The Inkswell is there. It's going to be an excellent Ice Blast onto the two of them, which will force them to back off. GH going for the TP out, and he'll make it out before they bring him low enough. Weehar's going for the Walk Home. It's going to be met with a bit of a surprise as Madara comes in with a waveform. Weehar trying to escape, but Chessie's able to close the gap, jumps in. Remnant's off the mark, but it doesn't matter. Weehar taken down as he tries to walk back to the base.
I'm so glad Zibe is going for Heaven's Halberd. That's probably my favorite item in this patch, besides Spirit Vessel. Like, you get so much out of it. Great against Ursa, great against Weaver, even Ember Spirit to one extent. So this charm will be very effective. I mean, they don't have that much like tower damage if you think about it, but if they get a kill, 4 points in Curse of Avernus, Madara, he's just pumping some serious damage. And they don't even want a tower, they want to keep fighting. 52 kills, 23 minutes in. Not too bad.
Yeah, this game's pretty wild. I mean, we could sort of tell it from the draft, both of these teams with lineups that are very much geared up to go as soon as they can. We are using the Enrage there to make sure nothing follows up that lead in from Chessie and his Remnant. They're going to try and turn and see if they can chase them down. Nigma looking for a catch, but OGC, they're prepared on the high ground. Zibe, he's going to TP out. Looking to respond to this mid lane that was being pushed in by Mind Control and Miracle. They'll be able to start D-pushing. Maybe Nigma can find a grab on the retreat from Seed. Jesse, he's been found by the chain. The Spirit Vessel down upon him. Still got the Astral Step and a Dissimulate. They'll bind the two of them together. The silence comes out. Chain Frost will be avoided by the Dissimulate. Madara coming in, but the defensive snowball's there for GH. They're able to surround the Morphing Head, burst him down. Madara dies on the front lines. Nothing that Zibe can do to help his Morph. Z-Freak just hoping and hiding in the trees, but they found him as well. They jump in, kill off the Grimstroke. It's a double kill for Miracle. And this fight isn't even over yet. Zibe is going to turn, trying to get the silence onto Miracle, but they're kiting him up. The four of them surrounding Zibe. This Spirit Vessel Ember doing so much work right now as Nigma take down another.
Oh man, I love watching Morphling players, the greedy one. He has 1000 HP, power treads on Int. He just straight up died. Like, you think, yeah, Abaddon is behind me, but there's still a ton of burst damage. If like they use Snowball, Volrus Punch, even with the talent, some extra stun duration, they have enough to bring you down.
Yeah, we've seen him sort of a couple of times in a row where Madara has been burst on the front lines. He has to be just that little bit more careful, especially if he wants to keep this E-Blade timing on track. And still he is there at the top alongside Mind Control. Mind Control is certainly becoming the new carry here today for Team Nigma with the amount of farm that he has. Top place net worth and no signs of slowing down. Good levels as well. Level 17 on this Weaver.
He has a full BKB on a courier which died.
And once he has that, there's very little really that threatens him physically. I mean, sure, there is still some physical elements to their heroes, but nothing that is going to be hard for him to play around in terms of using that time lapse. He's going to be able to save himself every time at this rate. See on the Roshan, still a minute until Roche is back up. Obviously Nigma are going to do their best to try and claim that, but OGC, as we saw before, they do have some excellent fight around the pit. Top lane, Chessie. Starting to toy with Weehar a little bit, but it is only Chessie alone. Mid lane's where the focus is from Seed. They're looking to try and get the catch onto Miracle. Madara setting up, turns into the Ember Spirit, using the chains to hold him in place and ensure the Ice Blast connects. A sweet play from Madara sets up for OGC to be able to look for more. They're hunting GH. GH keeping himself hidden in the trees. They know that someone is around. They won't be able to find him quite yet. Top lane. We are on Mind Control. We'll be getting closer and closer to pushing in onto the tier 2 once again. We'll see how OGC respond. They're going to stay on the aggressive. They get the catch onto GH. GH trying to remove that bug, but an excellent stroke of fate from Z-Freak finishes him off and allows OGC to continue their pushes. So it will be a tier 2 for tier 2 trade. I mean, unless Nigma are able to do anything in terms of defense, but they are without the Ember for 10 seconds. Chessie playing straight into the base. The Remnant, it's off the mark though. Won't be able to pull Kuro back into the blast, so Kuro will manage to escape.
But the tier 2 tower is gonna go down. Next, Roche will respawn in 10 seconds. Like, they don't have a great hero that, you know, split pushes. It's pretty much the Fever who has a BKB now. But the tower damage is limited. Ember Spirit with the Deso, that's gonna help him out. But he needs a defensive item. BKB is a must-have this game.
And we're seeing We Are starting to get his items online too. The Basher is on its way out. Getting close to that 30-minute mark. OGC making sure they're able to take control of Nigma's outpost, and I'd imagine we'll see one of them trying to head back and reclaim their own. But yeah, for a lot
Shotgun
of these...
will be ready right now, so they have a lot of burst damage. Like, I want to see the combo from Grimstroke. Also, Grimstroke has a defensive item right now. Glimmer Cape. I see AA going for one. On top of that, plus a Telescope. It's going to be much easier to execute that fight with Telescope.
We're going to see another fight kick off. Miracle gets nuked down immediately by Matter and that newfound E-Blade to start things off. They're now ready to split over towards Weehaw, forcing him away from the rest of the team. He'll jump back in over towards Z-Freak. The Aphotic Shield won't save Z-Freak as Z-Freak falls. The Weehaw goes down in turn. It's 2 dead on both sides. Nigma having to back off with that BKB coming to an end on Mind Control. Looks to escape into the trees. GH will hide. Matter is hunting. Goes forward with the waveform. A snowball across. GH cannot live here as he falls. Jump forward with the Astral Step. Chessie's going to be able to catch a fourth. Triple kill for Matter, as that E-Blade reveal could not have gone any better for him and the boys, as OGC take a convincing team fight win.
I believe Miracle is regretting that he did not get any kind of a dispel saving item. Like, he went full offensive with that Deso. They were winning the fights back then, but now they killed him twice before the fight even started. That means that he couldn't get any gold from those fights. And Mind Control will be trying to create some chaos, split push. Roche is up, that's Cheese and Aegis, already a second one. They have enough sustain with the Vlads and more Sage Mask. Actually, Morbid Mask. It's a different kind of mask. Every single time I say Sage Mask instead of Sobi Mask, I feel like I'm, you know, not saying it correctly.
Well, what's Sobi Mask? That was from the original Dota.
It's from Dota 1. Yeah, I believe it was called Sobi Mask in Dota 2 for quite some time, but then we changed it.
Oh, Jesse. I'm going to find him outside the pit. The Soulbind's thrown out, but OG, they're not looking to play into this. They're trying to retreat. They're without the Void Spirit for 45 seconds. Nigma wanting to use this to their advantage. They step into the pit, starting to claim Roshan. There is an Ice Blast, and as long as Matter is able to get over, they've got to intervene soon if they want to put a stop to this. They're going to get there in time.
Nara? No,
nope,
not this time.
They've found it. This time Nigma will be able to take the Aegis and Cheese and Roche for themselves. They move it immediately to get on top of Peksu. Matter is in trouble also. They're losing GH as he's falling low, but he's still alive. Zime's trying to finish him, but he cannot quite kill him off. Jump forward with the Remnant. They found Matter, and Seed, they just weren't able to get an attack together in time. Roshan going the way of Nigma, and some easy kills off the back of it as well. Jump over towards Zime. His borrowed time is unavailable still for 15 seconds. Nigma take another.
Yeah, that fight. Void Spirit with no buyback. He invested all of his gold, bought that Ogre Axe. I mean, it's gonna give you 200 HP. It's not really worth it. Instead, it's just much better to save for a buyback. And Mind Control, he's doing whatever he wants in this fight. Because you have a tanky frontliner, you have a save from Tusk, and Weaver's creating a lot of chaos in the backlines. Also, I want to see Weaver buying dust for herself so that she can kill these two with the Weaver capes.
We are in the mid. He's going to be able to protect his Aegis. Gets the Enrage off in time, and they don't have enough control to play around it. Yeah, I mean, you said it, you know, Mind Control, 8-1 and 12 this game. An excellent Weaver performance. The draft certainly set this game up to be a great Weaver game, and Mind Control, he's certainly showing it. That's without a doubt the biggest issue that OGC have on their hands right now. Miracle's close there behind. Still having a very good game, but still, as we've mentioned, needs that BKB before he's able to freely roam around the fights to the same extent that Mind Control's been getting away with.
And it was a perfect target that Nigma could kill in the previous fight. They got Void Spirit, who can silence, AoE silence all of their heroes, catching him without a buyback. And Roche goes down so quickly. Medallion, then you have a tag team, some extra minus armor from Deso, and the Swarm.
Yeah, they've got kind of a... I mean, I guess any sort of a surplus armor reduction draft feels like just a perfect Roshan taking opportunity to go with. I mean, and as we've seen, you know, both times, even though they didn't get it the first, it was them heading into the pit to do it, as they have this strength. Getting away with it this time, and as I say, being able to protect the Aegis and the cheese, it's still there as well. Miracle's got that ready for the next bit of action. As he starts to push in top, they are going to move over towards him. See if they can catch him. See what Madara can do. He tries to get him with the chains, but I mean, he would have been very lucky.
It's a tough one.
That was a full creep wave he's trying to chain them in. You have to get, you know, you have to have bought a few of the old treasure chests to make sure that Gaben had blessed you with some good RNG there to find that setup. That didn't happen. So Madara's going to have to make sure he puts more levels into his battle pass this year.
Madara so far has been playing great, turning into Ember Spirit, realizes that he does not have a defensive item, and then chaining him. If GH is not close, he can't use the Snowball to save him. So both of the supports have Glimmer Capes right now on OG Seed. And Mind Control, he bought a Dust, like 2 Dusts. That's how you play. Even though you're like a carry offlaner, you still want to be able to kill those guys. Like they go invis, they get rid of the Swarm.
This see both teams around mid. They did smoke up. Zibe smoke dispelled. I mean, he's going to see Weeha here. Nigma remaining smoked up on the high ground. Who's to be the one to make the move first? Seed still in the smoke. Chessie will reveal. Zibe going to keep the pressure on this top lane. GH, she's starting to have a bit of a poke behind the tower, as Mind Control is at the same time bringing the creep wave all the way up to the high ground of OGC. So OGC are going to be split in terms of where they have to put their attention. Chessie tries for a grab on Mind Control, but he's a pretty tanky Weaver right now. The lead in from a Void Spirit isn't going to be enough to give them the confidence to commit onto that Weaver. It definitely feels like we're seeing the lack of control that OGC's heroes can offer really hinder them right now.
If they can drag this game for enough minutes without dying and getting the farm on the map, I still feel like OG Seed could take this one. They have another set of items coming. BKB on Void Spirits, just 900 gold off, and Abaddon. Like, he wants to be a third core that scales. He's going for a basher, which I really like. I
mean, they need it, yeah. They need that lockdown. And that's going to give them that answer. Give them that way of getting in, jumping in onto the Weaver or the Ember or the Ursa. That Abyssal Stone will do it. Still a fair bit of gold to go, of course, before that Abyssal is there. So Zibe is going to need a lot of time to find it.
And there's a great synergy between like Grimstroke, ulti, and this Heaven's Halberd from Abaddon. He's also building one. You can use it on multiple targets.
And as you mentioned, just all 3 cores, I mean, especially Weeha's Ursa, are going to be heavily messed up by this disarm. As we've already started to see in some of the fights, where they've been able to postpone the damage that Weeha's been able to output. That Halberd. Moves coming again from Nigma, still playing very confidently with this Aegis. You know, they've got a bit of time left. The pull comes in from Kuro. It's quite close to the base, though. Miracle's going to step in. The Soul Binding to Silence comes out to 2 of them. Weeha has now lost the Aegis. It's come to an end, and so is Kuro's life. Kuro does get burst out, as OGC able to get the kill. And now Nigma will have to play that a little more careful. They don't have that Aegis anymore. BKBs now being completed. Chessie's got his on the Void Spirit. Madara's got his on the Morphling. Miracle tries to poke, jump forward onto the high ground from Madara. He's trying to go in onto Mind Control, but Mind Control, he's got to nullify. The BKB does come out from Madara to keep him protected. Still, the chase is there, forcing Madara to force high up into the strength. Turn over towards Chessie, a defensive remnant from Miracle as he gets out of there. Mind Control still wants to fight though. Chessie is going to chase, they've got the burst, but Miracle, he's able to get the cheese off in time. To simulate from Chessie, played defensively as he backs off. Madara waveforms away, BKB committed by Mind Control. Madara low on the mana, another Sleight of Fist comes out, he's got Zibe by his side, another shield will protect him, but he's out of mana, he's out of answers, he's got one more waveform, but they can close the gap with the remnant. Madara is in a whole world of trouble, tries to protect himself with the E-Blade, but they burst him through it. This morph is dead and gone for 80 seconds. Nigma will get the kill, and with no morph, they can push on for more. Zibe has been nullified, does manage to get back to the high ground, but there's no buyback, went full in on that BKB purchase, so not available for over a minute, Madara.
The problem was OG Seed. Morphling and Abaddon were not playing together. Like, Abaddon needs to take care of him. BKB is still gonna clip him.
Not quite able to get the chains grab there, Miracle. Down bottom, Mind Control just playing for the Rat. As the tier 3 is pretty much brought down. Yeah, they're gonna deny it off the map, so Mind Control's pressure able to allow them to start breaking into the base back towards mid. Miracle using the BKB to commit onto Chessie. Chessie's got his own BKB available to simulate to jump back up to the high ground. Soulbind links the Mind Control. He's straight in there with the nullifier, takes out Peksu. Mind Control now 9-1-14 on that Weaver this game, as he is taking the bottom racks. He's even moving in, trying to find kills. He's moving closer and closer towards the fountain. Change for Miracle, holds back Zibe. 20 seconds still without Madara, but the damage certainly being done whilst he's been dead. As the full set of racks down bottom has been taken by Nigma, they'll sweep over towards the mid. Take this tier 3.
Catapults approaching on the top lane, so if they just keep them busy, like tier 3 might fall on top.
Let's see if they can find more here as Miracle is being moved towards. The pull will separate Zibe, so the Ink Swell stun doesn't hit. Miracle Madara has come in. He's been kicked outside of the base. They've got the change grab. Mind Control's on top of them. He's got the waveform to get back up to the high ground. GH has been silenced. Zibe trying to commit the nullifier out onto Chessie. Chessie jumps away with the Astral Step. The Ice Blast comes in onto Kuro, but We Are and GH, they're in. They stay on top of Zibe. Zibe has not got borrowed time. The Abaddon is dead and gone for 7. He has got buyback. GH goes down in return. Madara committing with the BKB. Waveforms forward over towards Kuro. He goes, but he E-blades Ursa. Doesn't actually have the burst to kill Kuro. Madara, he's just dead again. This morph has fallen once more. 80 seconds, no buyback. Chessie is trying to redeem the situation, stepping in onto Weeha. They have got the silencing rage, will finish soon, but Weeha's just turning. He's getting the swipe stacks up on Zibe. Chain controls there onto Chessie as BKB unavailable for a minute. Chessie's gone as well. He'll buy back, jump forward onto Zibe. Chessie, can he do anything here? They're down 2 members at the moment on OG Seed. Nigma can resume pushing in on the mid, taking this mid set of racks. And they've just had to fight too many times without their carry, without this Morphling. He's just died at the start of each of these fights. And Nigma, they've got the space to take the objectives. This Rex, it's going down as well.
Yeah, Morphling just dies way too quickly. They are controlling him, and Mind Control, man, his positioning in this game, he understands, like, I'm just gonna cut into backlines, focus these 2 supports. Now 2 set of racks is gone. Tier 3 tower on half HP. Next Roche spawn, so that's Cheese, Aegis, and Aghanim Scepter. So you give that to Weaver, or they just might try to close out this game right now.
Zibe immediately have to use the borrowed time to get back. Weehar's ready to commit deep with the BKB, popping it, looking for a target, but OG Seed, they back up. Weehar's going to go for the TP out. We'll make it before the BKB comes to an end. Chessie trying to chase, see if he can grab any stragglers, but there's actually the turn. He's stepped pretty far forward. The chains will get him, but Nigma aren't going to fight anymore. They're going to back off. They're going to reset.
Look at the mana pool on V. 299. This is my mana pool when I play against the Silencer. Vetlas Shaco coming through.
All right. I mean, who needs brains when you got the Brawn? It's a tanky boy, you know, 4,200 HP. I like
All right,
it.
let's do the math for a combo. 75 for Abyssal Blade, 70 overpower, 85, so he needs like
230 mana.
230 to 250, yeah.
So it's enough. You know, he's got enough for the combo. That's all you need. Oh. Yeah. I mean, it's a lot of HP. You know, good luck killing this man. And we are, he has made sort of the comeback this game. Did start the game, what, sort of 0-6? Now, sure, he's still died 13 times, but he's got 11 kills and 16 assists. It's 42-36, 40 minutes in, 19k lead for Nigma, as they do now sit in quite a comfortable position. As OGC now going to head out the base. It's around this Roshan again. They cannot afford to let Nigma get this third one.
Oh my god, Mind Control just hit level 25. Shikuchi, movement speed. Good luck trying to catch him in a team fight.
Oh my goodness. I saw a bit of that speed right there. He was zipping all over the place. Agnes is done on Miracle. He's gonna have those extra remnants and that extra ability to chase. Weehar's in, looking for Matter, and Matter gets bashed. Bashed, he will go to the high ground. Raymond fought for Miracle. They're trying to chase GH, looking for Matter, and Matter will turn, start punching into GH. The Ice Blast comes out, but they've already lost Pexu. Z-Freak will get pushed off towards the side. Both Matter and Chessie pop in their BKBs. Miracle trying to finish off Z-Freak, but the Glimmer Cape will save him. Back towards the east, jump forward from Weehar. He's in with the blade onto Chessie. Chessie is dead for 100 seconds. Remnant in, Nigma just looking for a bit of a cleanup. Matter will turn into the Weaver. Shikuchi himself out of there. Zibe still has the borrowed time. But it's another fight where Nigma are just straight up killing the cause of OGC, and OGC just don't seem ready to fight into the power that Nigma's cause have right now.
They only focus the supports first. They understand where the threat comes from, like the Soulbind, them using multiple spells in a team fight.
And they're just diving in now, Nigma.
Oh.
They know the lead that they have is pretty significant right now. They can just collapse in onto Madara. He'll E-Blade himself. He's got a waveform. He will shift in and try and get back towards the fountain. Nigma, they're chasing. They'll get themselves on top of the Abaddon. They won't dive for more, but it looks like this one is done and dusted. GG, well played is called. This game is over, as Nigma will manage to take the win here in this best of one. They will have the ability to return next season in Division